Yeah, I'm not liking the mage. But to be honest, the mage is pretty bad. You know what? That's such trash. That is such trash.
Carrie James at 1043 WVCK, the Basswood Sound. You heard the news today? The local cop who died in that fatal shooting last week is apparently the head of a small opioid ring right here in Basswood. Crazy. It's believed he used his position to bring in drugs from all over the county and that he murdered 2 people in an attempted cover-up. Good news, however, the journalist who was wounded while confronting the rogue cop was released from the hospital today.
Wait, it said he killed 2 people.
Oh, Sam. Nice to see you up and about.
Him again? He really wants to be a part of this community, doesn't he? Wait, scratch that. He really wants to look like he's part of this community.
It's been a rough
Can't
week.
say it's been the best week of my life. Maybe one of the worst, actually.
I can't even imagine. You and Anna endured what no one should ever endure. Which is why I felt it was my duty to come wish her my best.
So
Lots of well-wishers. Kathy, Walter, Bess. Makes me feel a touch like a ghoul.
Well, sometimes it's what it takes to be part of the community. I know how it feels to be outside looking in.
Very astute. Putting down roots is a rather active process.
How's Kathy? She doing okay? She's been going through some hard times lately.
I've noticed. I'm thinking of giving her some paid time off. That way she can focus on her daughter.
It's very generous of you.
I'm just trying to do my part. Besides, the pharmacy just wouldn't be what it is without Kathy. I feel so selfish keeping you away from everyone. I'm sure Anna is waiting for you. You have a good day. No. You have a good life, young man.
I'll try.
Okay, so if the cop killed 2 people with his drug ring, that means...
Looks like I'm not the only one who's come to visit Anna.
Yeah,
I'm so glad she's finally out of the hospital.
Anna survived. I was about to say, it was a shoulder wound. And, I mean, yeah, you could die from blood loss, but... Oh boy, I'm about to get a mouthful right now. I don't know,
Sam, hold your horses. Anna's busy with the sheriff. You should probably give him a moment or 2.
Sure, Joe. How you been?
How have I been? Son, I appreciate you being here for Anna, but it don't change what happened. My girl's hurt, real bad. And things could have been even worse without you. You did good.
See? Told you promising him you'd keep his daughter safe was a good idea.
No, you didn't.
Who knows, it might have even given you the extra boost you needed against Declan. But you did do good. Well done, champ.
You did not tell me that. Wait, did he? Oh yeah, actually he did. He actually, okay. Yeah, he did. He did. It wasn't just me though. Like,
Anna did good too. I wouldn't be standing here if it weren't for her.
Well, that makes 2 of us. You know, Anna told me how things went down up there. Said you getting inside Declan's head saved her skin.
I just kept talking.
I just talked. Said anything and everything and whatever. It worked out.
She said as much. Well, whatever you did, It worked. I'm glad you were there. I know you're really here for my daughter. And today, you're not the only one. Lots of good people have come around to see how she's doing. Don't you be a stranger, Sam. Not a lot of people with a good handshake left.
Well, I'm just happy that she came back here alive. That's all I can say. And we found out who killed Nick.
Where are they? Where are Dad's notebooks? The yellow legal pad ones?
You can get them later. You need to say hello to the guests who just arrived.
The yellow ones were Dad's favorites. I wanted to start using
Joan?
them. They've got to be here somewhere. Just
Joan
give me
Waldron.
a minute.
Don't make me say it again.
Fine. I guess it doesn't really matter. Careful, Muley. She's in one of her moods.
Hey, come back here, man. Listen, I'm taking...
I'm sorry you had to see that. It was hard before, but now she's completely shut me out.
She's still trying to make sense of all that's happened. She's been through a lot. Maybe Basswood just isn't the right place for her anymore.
You don't understand. It's not that easy to leave.
Kathy, I'm not here to judge. I just want to help.
I know. Sorry. I've just been dealing with so much lately. You've always managed to get Joan to talk to you. Any advice?
Now, Sam, we need to be really careful about this. Kathy's already on edge. Joan noticed her mom is overdoing the painkillers, but we can't just kick the door down and confront her directly.
Well, yeah, I understand.
Kathy, Joan is distant because she feels you haven't been yourself lately. She told me at times it's like you don't see her.
It's nothing against her. I've just been working myself ragged, and I hurt my back, and...
She said it wasn't just that. She's noticed the pills.
It's the only way I can deal with my back, and it helps with other things.
Look, I can't imagine how hard it is to raise a child by yourself. But I don't want to see Joan grow apart from the last parent she has.
Oh, God. I didn't realize it got that bad. You're right. I need to get help. Sam, could I count on you to help look after Joan every now and then? She needs the people she loves close to her right now.
I can't say no. I'm the godfather, so...
I'd love to. I get along better with her than most adults.
I thought I could do this alone.
I'm here to help in any way I can.
Thank you. And if you ever need something, know your family. I should really say hi to the other guests. Take care.
So, are you sure I don't need another thumping? Let me stop. Wow. So, how awkward is that? That his ex-wife is here to wish his current girlfriend well wishes. What now? I guess I go speak to Joan? Because I can't go through the door.
Hey, Bug.
Hey, Muley.
This one is all you. I never could get a read on her. How are you holding up?
Fine, I guess. Well, at least that's what most people want me to say when they ask.
Just be honest.
Come on, Bug. I want to know how you feel. How you really feel.
I guess... better today than yesterday? Maybe. I still miss Dad. But finding out what happened to him, I don't know, makes me feel a bit better.
It'll keep feeling better with time. Even if it's hard, you have to keep one thing in mind. you're not alone. And your mom will always be there for you, no matter what.
What about you? Are you staying this time?
I'm not sure yet.
Oh.
But I promised your mom I'd help keep you out of her hair.
You did?
Yes.
Of course. I figured you might be happy to have me around every now and then.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. Every now and then. So we'll get to hang out again? Like in maybe board games at the coffee shop? Just like old times?
Anytime you want.
It's not easy finding out. Well, it's not easy losing a parent to begin
You're the
with.
best, Muley.
But finding out
I'm
how
alright.
she
Listen,
lost them.
I need to find Anna now. I'll see you around, okay?
The sooner the better.
Finding out how she lost them, that's gotta be tough. It's gotta be tough. And I gotta apologize to you because I thought you were the ringleader. But why would Bess, the police chief, say that he was driving drunk? You know he wasn't.
Walter.
Samuel, my boy, as I live and breathe. I kept meaning to call, but phones are so impersonal. How are you holding up?
I'm just happy Anna's coming home. Things could have been much worse.
It always can be. It always can be. You went through something terrible, but I'm glad you came out the other end. I've had to brush myself with the maker here and there, and I would never call them fun. Not fun at all. Life-affirming, though, definitely. Even for those close to you, it leaves a mark. Now, 2 members of my family of heart are gone. One is wounded. It might be time for me to finally hang up my saddle. The Basswood Jungle has printed its last pages.
Why? You can't do that. I mean, remember, she put Lynette and them on the map.
Come on, Walter. What would Basswood be without the jungle? My first week in the bullpen, you said to me, the pen is not a sword, but a shield. You take this town's shield away?
Using my own words against me. Believe me, I wish there were another way. But I lost my flame, and there's no one to pick up the torch. Except...
Except who? You can't be talking about me.
He's gonna offer you to be editor-in-chief. He never liked you leaving in the first place, though he is missing the obvious. Anna. She's connected to this place in a way that you aren't. She'd be the right choice. If you're not interested in the position yourself, that is.
You. I see no one more up to the task. You've proven time and time again you're the quintessence of a journalist. I should have told you a long time ago.
Now, I would say Anna would be a better choice. But let's look at the track record first. I printed the paper that the article that exposed those people for mishandling that mine. It lost jobs, but it saved lives. 2, you guys were willing to let a cop murder someone and push drugs through Basswood. If it wasn't for me writing that article, Anna was writing something else. Anna was writing something else at the time. So she had already just accepted the fact that Nick was gone. I was the only one that looked into all the evidence and figured out something wasn't right. So no, Anna would not be a better choice. But if I stayed and became the editor, the town. Well, they might like me now since I exposed Declan. Yeah, okay, I'll do it.
It would be an honor.
The jungle hasn't gotten an inch bigger than when you left. And with the way the whole industry is going, it might not last much longer.
Walter, you've made the sale. Cash in while you still can.
Great. Great. I'm surprised you said yes.
I'm surprised you offered. What with my history?
Because you use ink and paper to point out hypocrisy and right wrongs? Few are half as brave, which is why every community needs a Samuel in it. We have much to discuss, but you're not here for an old fuddy-duddy. If I can give you a small piece of advice, a good life is one where you keep your friends close to your heart.
And then he pulls out a gun and shoots me. Alright. And the reason I didn't tell him to give it to Anna is because she's hurt right now, so...
And you make sure to push yourself. Get some fresh air. Don't let these doctors keep you cooped up for too long now. Oh, Sam, you're finally here. I was looking for you.
What, you gonna arrest me now?
Now, I know you've been through hell and back. I know that.
It's
If
not
there's
possible.
anything the Basswood Police Department can do for you, or even just little old me, you give me a holler, all right? For now, well, I got some good news for you for once. We found Declan's fingerprints on Dennis's gun. And since your testimony and Anna's corroborate Dickie's statement, no charges are going to be filed against you or Anna. It's clear self-defense. Still hard to believe a man I trusted was running a drug ring. Here.
She's worried about her re-election chances as sheriff. She's playing cleanup for the whole police force right now. Before you answer, just remember, it's always nice to have a police chief as a friend.
True. But wouldn't that make me just as evil? So, it wasn't Bess, it was Declan that went and did the investigation and reported it back to Bess, who then reported it to Walter. So I guess that makes sense. I will say don't blame yourself, mainly because Declan did not act like a bad cop in front of everyone else. I caught him about to beat somebody down in the alleyway, but, you know.
It wasn't your fault. No one saw it coming.
I still would have trusted him with my life. He was serious, dedicated. Looking back, maybe obsessed.
It's a rot that grows deep under the floorboards. I didn't see it either.
What happened isn't on you.
Well, you weren't
Thanks,
here
officer.
for 2 years, so.
Bess, hon. I've known you too long for you to call me anything else. Well, I'd love to stay, but I'm afraid duty calls. Look after yourself, Sam.
Now, don't be angry, Anna. You're hurt, so you need to stay home. That's why I'm the chief editor, or whatever it's called. And I can give you the position anytime you want, so...
So, I wasn't sure you'd show up at all.
What?
Yeah, I meant to get here before you, but I had to stop by the cemetery on the way. Finally paid Nick a visit.
Still doesn't feel like he's gone, right? I was still thinking he'd come greet me when I opened the door, you know?
You feeling okay?
Is it crazy to say it feels like the longest day of my life is finally over?
This is a little that is a little crazy. I feel the same way. Wait, has it really only been a day?
I honestly know exactly what you mean. I've had other days like that, or I thought were like that. Makes me worry I have some even worse days lurking ahead.
Hey, I'm the one that got shot. You don't get to be the depressing one.
Sorry.
I'm the one that got blamed. I'm the one that got blamed. Well, actually, it is my fault. Well, his fault. Let me stop there. It is his fault. He proposed knowing you didn't want to be married, so let me shut up.
What about you? How are you compacting everything?
I'm doing alright.
I have the past properly compacted in my mind vice. I'm okay. Like, really okay.
Hopefully you can teach me that trick so I can get to be okay, too. At least it's over. Whatever was on Nick's laptop is gone forever. But so are the bad guys. The scales are balanced.
Whoa. He said names of dealers. That could be more.
Nick was a good journalist. There might have been some things on there.
Okay, like...
Want to tell me what you're doing here? Talk about the little details that don't add up and don't really matter? You better not be taking my happy ending away from us. It's just that... Okay. So I talked to Walter. He's about to retire.
Wait, what?
And he offered me the position of editor-in-chief.
What did you say?
I don't have to tell you. What do you think? I'm not keeping anything else a secret. I'm just putting it all out there.
I told him yes.
You did not.
I did. And then he went on about fatherly advice and left.
I mean, asking you sounds like Walter, but what bizarro world had you saying yes?
One in which I grew up.
So, does that mean you're staying?
That's the plan for now, I guess.
I can't really head the local paper if I'm not in Basswood.
I'd like that. You sticking around.
Oh my gosh, no.
You know, you need business cards.
No.
No one uses business cards anymore.
It's the 21st century, Higgs. What's old is new again. And think about what Walter would want.
Well, business cards it is then.
No place like home, man. I'm satisfied with that ending. I really am. I have to admit, I am a little bit surprised that Anna was that happy with me taking that job. But I'm satisfied with that ending. I really am. It leaves room for possible sequels or other episodes or whatnot. I'm curious though. She said that whatever was on Nick's hard drive is gone. If you find Declan's body, which they can do, you can just get the thumb drive off of there. But yeah, honestly speaking, I would be cool if they just left the ending like this. You know, with him staying in town. Kathy's gonna get help. Walter's gonna be able to retire. I don't like that those three miners are still there causing trouble. But now that I have the police chief in my pocket, they can't bother me anymore. And then you have Joan, who now has some stability in her stupid little life. And Anna is up in the wind. I don't know. I don't know what is becoming of Anna. There's a oh, that's Lynette. I thought that was Bess. I don't know where Bess is. Christina. There's one thing I wanted to know. Who was Tara? Okay, so she's a journalist? Because I saw her desk at the jungle. So she's a journalist. Actually, you know what would be a good sequel is Tara being a serial killer. Because she definitely acts like one. I wouldn't be surprised if she had a couple of skeletons in her basement. We never found out what happened with Joel. Kathy. Declan, I'm so disappointed in you, man. But there's still one thing that doesn't add up to me. Kayla, I'm sorry about the sculptures. He shouldn't have burned those sculptures like that. That was messed up. But when I went to Nick's old fishing shack, oh yeah. But there is one thing that I don't understand. And that is Dennis. Dennis said you all thought that Nick is not who you all think he is. Not you or this town. So Nick can't be evil if he was investigating a drug ring. But that statement made it seem like Nick was a bad guy and not a good guy. Unless he was talking about Nick seeing Anna behind my back and possibly being the reason he and Kathy got divorced. But I feel like that part, maybe the choices I made left that part out of the game. Who knows? But I feel like that was left out in the open. I feel like that was left out in the open. I didn't get any mementos. I don't know what those mementos are supposed to be about or how to get them, to be honest. But yeah, I really liked the way it turned out. You found out who the killer was, and you got enough evidence to not only clear your name, but make sure that it was definitely him. And again, the only thing that's left out in the open for me is why Dennis thought Nick was evil, or a bad guy, or not as good of a person as everyone thought. It could have been the cheating. Well, it could have been the fact that he let. Well, there was no proof, but I feel like he let. He saw Anna behind Sam's back. There's no proof of it, but I feel like that was the case. There's evidence that points to it. that points to him seeing Anna, and that being the reason why Anna. Like, of course, in the game, Anna says the reason she told him no was because she didn't want to be married. And he knew that. She said he knew that. But if that's the case, why would you move in with Nick if you didn't want to be married? Why are you... What's the point in moving in with the person and pretending to be married or acting as if you are married? You might as well get married. That's the first thing. Second thing, why would you be with Nick when he's already with Kathy? But again, I guess it doesn't matter now because he's gone, and it appears like Sam and Anna's relationship, despite my efforts to prevent it, seem to have been rekindled to some degree. But all in all, I thought it was a pretty good ending. I don't know if it was the best ending or a good ending. I think it was a good ending because they all lived. If I do go back and play again, it would be two things, to figure out two things. One, well, actually, no, I don't need to do that. Let me do this right here. There is one thing that I have to say I didn't like. And that was, you could not be wrong with the detective choices, it seems. Now, I thought at first you could. Like, the first time the question came to me was in the bar fight, where he was like, which one did it? It was either Dennis, Joel, or some other person. And I had the option to choose one of the three. So I chose Dennis because that made the most sense to me. But I wonder if I'd have chose Joel, would he have said, no, it couldn't have been Joel because of this, let's try again? Or would they have went on with the game with him assuming Joel was the one he got in a fight with? And then eventually maybe the pharmacist or someone else would say, well, no, it wasn't Joel that hit you or that you hit, it was Dennis. But if you remember in the trailer park, when we had to set the sculpture on fire, I messed up quite a few times. I hit the right bumper to validate my choices. And as you saw, once I got caught, it reset everything. And he's like, well, I got to make sure this happens or that happens, or people's actions change based on what Anna does. And so if you get it wrong, they don't just let you get it wrong and then, you have to deal with it from there. If you get it wrong, they start over and make you choose until you get the right one. So in that case, you really can't say that your choices make a difference, because if they did, then they wouldn't make you start over until you got the right choice. So your choice doesn't matter. Instead, the game makes you pick the right choice. But it makes you sift through a lot of stuff to get to it, to make it seem like, I'm hunting here or there. But as you saw also towards the end when I was in the Mind Palace, He said, I can't pick one of you's the real one, everyone else is the fake. But I can't pick all of you. At least I think. And apparently if you pick the wrong one first, you're able to pick all, including the right one, and you won't be able to progress. And you have to unselect all of them and then pick the right version of him to move forward. So again, it's not like in Heavy Rain where, as the reporter in Heavy Rain, there's a possibility if you make the wrong choice, when the people break into your home and try to kill you, if you make the wrong choice, you die. And then they move on to the story as with all the parts for the reporter being gone. That in that situation, your choices determine the outcome. But in this one, it seems like the only real choices that determined any outcome was how much information you gathered before you came to the conclusion that Declan was the killer. Because I feel like regardless of what you say at the end, you would still be able to fight Declan off. He'll either kill Anna and then you kill him, or instead of Anna getting shot, it'll be you that gets shot, or Sam that gets shot. You know, I didn't see throughout that playthrough, I didn't see anywhere where my choices actually mattered. Or, well, not mattered, but I didn't see where they changed the outcome of the story. But with that being said, it's another playthrough in the books. I thought it was a very good story, though. I will say that I didn't like a lot of the language. I felt like every bit of it was unnecessary. I also felt like some characters had little to no point at all in the game. For example, Tara. If you never talk to Tara at all, it won't matter. Like, she's not significant enough in the story to matter. Same with Ethan. I don't feel like Ethan, and that could have been my fault for not apologizing, but it could have also been a different road. And I don't know, maybe you all can help me out with this, but I didn't even see an opportunity for you to actually be caught by the cops. Like, where you had the choice to either have Anna call the police or you leave and make her not call the police. Again, I still don't see anywhere where any point in the story where you could have been caught by Bess and framed by Declan. Like, there's nothing you could have done to be caught by the police. So, it was very linear, but again, it wasn't bad. So yeah, I think it was. I enjoyed it, and I look forward to the next playthrough. I'm looking for the next game to be hopefully a horror game. I have to decide, which one to play. I'm trying to find a horror game that does not use all the current stereotypical tropes out there. Like, so many horror games now, they try to consider, so many developers consider like pentagrams and Baphomet, demon babies and all that to be horror. That's not what I consider horror. I want something that, horror does not have to be demonic. And that's what I'm looking for. A horror game that is not demonic. So that's what I'm looking for the next playthrough on the channel. Until then, there's going to be a lot coming with the mobile corner. In the mobile corner. And those Street Fighters I'm still playing that game a lot. And I also want to put in some videos of WWE Undefeated, as well as an update on King of Fighters All-Star, because they did recently do a collab with Seven Knights, which is another mobile game that I used to play a lot back in the day. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough. I cut out all of the riff-raff simply because it's my personal feeling and belief that it's not needed for a game to be good. And I don't feel like you need cursing and swearing to express yourself. And even if you take this game right here, if you took out all the curse words, which I did, it didn't take away from the game in any way. In my opinion, I think it made the game better because, again, like, the story was good. My suspicions were somewhat on and somewhat off. I thought Walter was controlling the police. And then I thought the pharmacist was controlling the police. But ultimately I was right in that the police were dirty. But again, like, what I feel like people would enjoy this story that they told in this game. And for everyone to enjoy it, there's just some language in there that, I feel like is unnecessary, which is the cursing and the swearing, which is why I took it out. And I take it out of all of the games I play because, again, it's not necessary. But I really enjoyed this Twin Mirror. I'm probably not going to play a second run again because I feel like any choices I do will bring about the same outcome. If not the same outcome, very, very similar, with maybe someone dying, someone else dying. But it'll still be the outcome. Mainly what I'm saying is, Dennis, regardless of what I do, Dennis will always be the person I fight in the bar. Richard will always be D, and the guy that I set the fire for to get the information. And Declan will always be the one who killed Nick and Dennis. And the only thing I feel like would change is if I somehow did things without Anna, it would just be me and Declan at Lookout Point. And Declan would obviously kill me and take the jump drive. So I feel like if I went out there alone, that would be it. You would end up with Sam dying. So yeah, I know this is a pretty long episode, but I felt like we were close to the end of the game, so I was going to go ahead and finish it out. And we are. We've completed it. And again, I'll be looking forward to the next playthrough. Hopefully it's I'm looking for a horror game. If I can't find a horror game in the next couple of days, the next playthrough will be a game that's based on conspiracy theories, And it's actually pretty interesting. I played it before, but I feel like it's a good playthrough for the channel as well. So until then, be looking out for Mobile Corner videos. Some salty PvP in WWE Undefeated. And, you know, some updates on Street Fighter Duel. And remember, again, stay off the alcohol. Get you some sodas, juice, water, whatever. Just stay off the alcohol. And stay blessed.